Hey guys, Greg here. Happy holidays from the Vinyl Rundown. Today, it's the day after Christmas. I'm going to try to show you all the Christmas gifts my family got for each other. There's something like 45 things right here on this table in front of me that I'm going to show you. Mostly LPs, a few CDs, a few books. 45 things. We got three vinyl lovers, three music lovers in this family. Me, my wife, and my son. In this video we're going to look at a bunch of record store day releases, which I bought back on Black Friday or later, but didn't get to show them to you guys because they were gifts and I didn't want to spoil the gifts. So we're going to show some record store day releases, we're going to show some Blue Note, some Tone Poet releases on Blue Note, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's get into it. Let's see how far we get. We may have to break this into two videos. Let's start with my son's gifts, the stuff that he got from his parents that spoil him so nicely. How about Alice in Chains, the MTV Unplugged conference, and that looks like it's a 2-disc set, but it's not a gatefold. So very nice, slick vinyl sleeve. All the songs you'd expect from Alice in Chains. My son is getting into the grunge movement as a 19-year-old. So there you go. What else? How about Taylor Hawkins and the, what are they called? What kind of riders? The coattail riders. People who ride his coattails. Taylor Hawkins, the great drummer from Foo Fighters who has a bunch of other side projects. Who's on here? I don't know. Don't have time to read it because we've got to get through a lot of videos. Here's a record store day release, Devo Live in 1980. And where were they playing? Blue vinyl limited edition of 4500. I bought it and I didn't even pay attention to that. Devo, two sides, all their hits live. I think this record was also released on a DVD, which I think we had and mysteriously disappeared. Don't blame me. Wait a minute, this isn't my son's record, this is my wife's record. White Reaper Does It Again, which is an ironic name for a debut album. White Reaper is kind of a power poppy group from Kentucky. And, oh, this one, guess what it is? White Reaper. So what do you think the vinyl looks like? That's right, it's not white, it's sort of a magenta. So there you go, White Reaper. There's a poster in there too. Do we really want to see a poster in a group that nobody knows about? I bet you want to see it. Well, it's got the cover art. Trust me. I don't think anybody in their 50s is going to be putting up a White Reaper poster in their bedroom anytime soon. Okay, those are my son's vinyls for the most part. Vinyls? Did I say that? Vinyl records. He got a few CDs also. Like I said, he's into... Oh, what about a single? Almost missed a single. Who's that? Mike Doty. Who's that? Moonhooch. Moonhooch is joined by Soul Coughing's Mike Doty. And Moonhooch is a strange band of just two horn players. No other rhythm players, just two horn players. We saw them open up for They Might Be Giants at UCLA Royce Hall. UCLA Royce Hall. Very entertaining band. Okay, I'm going to blast through some of my son's CDs. Alice in Chains Essential. 2 CD set. A lot of these are used that I got at like thrift stores and stuff. Alice in Chains Dirt. Kind of their biggest album. Very expensive and rare to get on vinyl, so got an inexpensive copy at the used record store. What else? Chili Peppers, Red in Blood. My son loves the Chili Peppers. What's it called? Blood? I don't know what it's called. Blood, Red Blood, Hot Sugar, Chili, Sex, Pepper, Magic, Cheeto, Penguin, Taco, Mango, Apollo, Toenail. I don't know. That record I think was released the same day in 1991 as the record this is based on, Nirvana. But this is the Weird Al. Weird Al, Off the Deep End, with the great parody of the, what do you call it? You know what I'm talking about, folks. Weird Al doing Nirvana. He's got the donut. And then we come to a bunch of Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam? And the packaging on these is fantastic. Remember, this is classic, like mid-90s, when LPs were kind of a thing of the past. So, this Pearl Jam thing has all these little photos, and it does a fold-out. And then in the pocket, there's a pocket, and in the pocket are these cool, in the pocket is another pocket. How long is this going to take? Greg, you're wasting our time. In the pocket is all these fake Polaroid pictures. Really cool. Really cool packaging from Pearl Jam. Uh-oh, dropping them. More Pearl Jam Vitology. Gatefold. Got a cool little vintage booklet inside. Who are these guys? Professor Standish, Lecture to Boys. The Duodenum. Or is it the Duodenum? I don't know. Nice packaging. X-rays. Hold on. I don't know. That's enough. How about Dinosaur Jr. without a sound? How about Dinosaur Jr. without an insert? Yeah, it's only a couple bucks. How about more Chili Peppers of the red hot variety? What is this called? Stadium Arcadium. You got the 2 CDs. And get ready for the big reveal. There you go. What tunes are on here? Heyo. Heyo's on there. My son, he also likes jazz. He plays the saxophone. Rashawn Roland Kirk, multi-saxophone player. He's only playing 1 on this record. Usually he plays 4 or 5. What does this say? If ever anyone swung with the dictum, I don't know what that means. What's the title on here? Simmer, Reduce, Garnish, and Serve, from the Warner Brothers Archives. Kind of a collection of some good jazz. Okay, here's an interesting one. One of my son's top 5 favorite bands is Devo. And this is a record you're probably not familiar with. Adventures of the Smart Patrol, the soundtrack from the CD-ROM. And I worked in the multimedia industry in the mid-90s, and CD-ROM was, we thought that was going to be a big thing. And actually our friend worked on this in the main office. Shout out to Dave, who doesn't even like Devo. That's okay. Not everybody loves Devo. So they did an interactive CD-ROM with some of their characters like Boogie Boy and so forth. And this is the soundtrack. You Got Me Bugged is an amazing song. You should look that up on YouTube. But this marks the debut of one of Devo's best characters, Turkey Monkey. That is the head of a monkey on the body of a turkey. Turkey Monkey, one of Devo's best known, loved, weird characters. Okay, there's more CDs for my kid. What else we got? John Frusciante, guitar player from Red Hot Chili Peppers, who just joined the Red Hot Chili Peppers, went back to them after years, I don't know, 20 years. To Record Only Water for 10 Days by John Frusciante. What is this? I don't know. Found it on sale. What else we got? Ah, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, local bluesy guitar player right here in West Los Angeles, or I should say San Fernando Valley. Saw him open for Van Halen, saw him at the Hendrix Experience doing Voodoo Child, amazing bluesy Hendrix style Strat player. And he actually, I think the guy from, hold on, I'm thinking, Stevie Ray Vaughan's drummer, I guess, plays on here. And a really good vocalist. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Stevie Ray Vaughan. You gotta have 3 names to be a Strat style blues guitar player. Okay, those are my son's records. My handsome 19-year-old son, college student. I'm going to set those aside. Don't move. Running out of space here. Okay. Have a beverage. What's next? We'll go through some of the records my wife got for Christmas. She's a big Christmas record fan. You guys saw the 100 Christmas records that we showed in the last 4 videos. This is Christmas hi-fiveries. It's hi-fi on the ivories with the great piano duo of Ferrante and Teicher. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, Ferrante and Teicher. They're considered schmaltz or easy listening from the 50s, but great cover, by the way. Love the cover. Who did the cover? I'm not sure if we know who the artist is. It looks like David Stone Martin, but it might not be. It might be some cartoony guy. Anyway, this record, Christmas favorites done by the piano duo. But they did a lot of weird sort of prepared piano banging on the strings and that sort of thing. Sounds good. 10-inch, by the way. Was it apparent that this is a 10-inch, not a 12-inch? Looks like a 12-inch. No, it's a 10-inch. Maybe it's a 7-inch. Who knows? Okay, my wife, you guys know, is the world's biggest Wilco fan. Record Store Day had Nick Lowe doing Cruel to Be Kind with Wilco. You gotta see this because it's a good looking packaging. How many times do you see a gatefold in the 7-inch single world with a spine? No any spineless records. And how do we get it out? Because, it is green vinyl. Put it up front of the light. Oh, can you see the green? You get the idea. It's green. It's green vinyl. Nick Lowe and Wilco on Yep Rock Records. Okay. Record Store Day release. And Record Store Day stands for Overpriced Records, if you don't know what those letters stand for. Overpriced Records. 40-year anniversary of Cruel to Be Kind on vinyl for the first time. This came out in 2012, but, you know, I got to buy it 7 years later. Gary Myrick, you guys don't know him very well, probably. Texas blues guitar player, had a brief pop career, and he plays locally here. We got to meet him a few times, so you see his record for a few bucks. We get a copy of that. Okay, what else we got here? Hold on. There's going to be some shout-outs in this video. Shout-outs to people in the vinyl community that helped us, influenced us to buy records. So stay tuned for shout-outs to the vinyl community. We're at 12 minutes, guys, so we got to get moving. Beck's latest record, Hyperverse, with some Japanese writing, which I don't understand. And I believe this is a Toyota Celica from the early 80s. I could be wrong. Beck. My wife's a big Beck fan. Okay. Shout out. So here's a shout out. This is the record from The Records, power pop band. And I bought this record because it was featured on Mazzy's channel, Norman Maslov. And my wife seemed to think she had the record, but we couldn't find it in the collection. So thank you to Mazzy for reminding us how cool this record is. And what else we got for my wife here? Beach Boys, Love and Mercy, the great documentary from a few years ago about Brian Wilson and sort of his mental problems. And what I didn't realize about this record when I bought it, this is a Record Store Day edition from a few years ago. Kind of an impulse buy. I didn't look carefully, but it turns out it's more of a soundtrack. So there's some Beach Boys tunes on here, but there's soundtrack stuff by Atticus Ross. Who is that? I don't know. So there's about half the stuff is not Beach Boys, but it's also colored vinyl. I think it's blue, so I told my wife we could sell this for more than we paid for it because it's blue vinyl. Okay. This, what? Just say it. About a Boy by Badly Drawn Boy, the soundtrack to the movie About a Boy, which is a Nick Hornby movie starring Hugh Grant. And Nick Hornby also wrote High Fidelity, which I mentioned on my channel the other day in the context of the contest that I put together based on digital gramophones contest. Anyway, my wife said she wanted this, but don't buy it if it's too expensive. I found a guy on eBay selling it for less than $5. Brand new. Still sealed in the shrink. So, nice movie, nice soundtrack by Badly Drawn Boy. Uh-oh, this one belonged to my son's pile. The Kingsmen on campus. And my son goes to a school where the Kingsmen is the mascot or the sports team. And it's a college. And they're wearing cardigans. He's not going to any of these schools, Yale or Johns Hopkins. Anyway. Kind of a funny inside joke. You probably don't get it. You probably don't think it's funny. That's okay. Alright, this is one of the best Record Store Day releases that we were able to pick up. I bought in the store Cheap Trick double live record, which is Are You Ready? Live. Ooh, I didn't realize it was New Year's Eve 1979. So shout out to Emma, our other biggest Cheap Trick fan out there. I know you have this, Emma. Hi. Emma and Mazzy both have this. Let's see, this was recorded in Los Angeles, I think, at the Forum, maybe? Yeah, recorded live at the fabulous Los Angeles Forum, 1979. We've been to the Forum many times for two record set. My wife was really huge into Cheap Trick back in these days, but I think she saw them on the previous tour, maybe not this tour. But nice black and white photo of the guys in Cheap Trick. Rick Nielsen, Robin Zander, Bun E. Carlos. I forgot the bass player's name. Okay. Couple more guys. We're already up to 17 minutes. Oh my god. Christmas records. Found this for a few bucks. Emmylou Harris's Christmas record called Light of the Stable. And it's very sort of authentic roots country, bluegrass, Alison Krauss style banjos and stuff. Who plays on here? Anybody? Albert Lee. Wow. The guitar player, but he's playing mandolin. Ricky Skaggs. Willie Nelson plays on here. We're going to listen to this. It sounds like it'd be pretty good. She didn't get it until Christmas, and it started the day after Christmas, so let's listen to Christmas music the day after Christmas. But good players, very authentic, rootsy record from the wonderful Emmylou Harris. How about Christmas with the Keynotes? That's a gospel record. Didn't know much about it, but saw it on sale. You guys know we have a lot of Christmas records. This includes some afros of various shapes and sizes. And this is a promo from Nashboro Records. Nobody's heard of Nashboro Records, have they? I certainly haven't. Haven't listened to it, but gospel record for a couple bucks. I'm going to show you a couple of CDs my wife got, and then we're going to cut it off, and we're going to save my records for a different video, because we're already up to 18 minutes. Jet, Get Born. Was hanging with fellow YouTube VC guy, Tone Scott, and he suggested I get this. And what's the hit song on here? Get Me Out of Here? I don't know. Pop music for my wife. And how about she loves Sparkle Horse. Sparkle Horse and Danger Mouse doing, I can't read it, it's too small. Something Night of the Soul. Dark Night of the Soul. Found her an inexpensive Morrissey for a couple bucks, because we just saw Morrissey play at the Hollywood Bowl a month or two ago. And I found a Pretenders record I've never seen before called Viva el Amor. And that was sort of late in the career of the Pretenders, or Pretenders. Chrissy Hine. Okay guys, that's like 20-something things and in 20 minutes. So let's cut it off and we'll spill over the rest of the records, the Blue Note, the Tone Poet. That'll be in the next video. And all the books. I got a whole pile of books we haven't shown either. So thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Those are the two holidays we celebrate here. Have a happy holiday. Happy New Year. Don't forget to subscribe to the Vinyl Rundown. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.